To the cloud. God, that sound, that those words send trills down my neck because I feel like I'm in
It's right
lecture
up
all
on
of a
the mic.
sudden. Let's see. If you're just coming in, please unmute yourself. Let's see your beautiful faces. If you can't, turn on your camera. At the very least, unmute yourself if you can. But welcome again to this is definitely the 6th show aesthetics. So let's give it up for what's about to happen. Hopefully it's as good as it was last week and the week before that. There is a upward trend. All right, well, let's so we've got a lot of people performing today. Let's see, we've got Ashwyn Singh, Karl Xie, Dani Riedel, Maria de la Ghetto, Nick Carter, and Matthew Swaykus. You guys may have recognized Ashwyn. He is a return comedian as well. He's September on the New Delhi firefighter calendar. Maybe if he had the hose in his hands, you'd recognize him a little bit better. Yes, there. Woo! Hey, let's turn down the heat, sir. This is a rated. What is this? What is the rating on this mic? PG.
Not rated.
Who gives a hell? Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah, gosh. All right, turn up the charisma, Zevon. Okay, where's the knob? Where's the knob? Okay. Well, let's see. So I think you guys will probably notice, and I'll put it again in the chat. I never thought I would do this, but there is a tip jar for tonight's mic. Now, I know that's shitty and capitalist of me, but mama gotta eat. Okay, that is yeah, exactly. Thank you, Maria. You're right there with me. All of that money will go to comic books and probably toilet paper. So just maybe not not mutually exclusive. But actually, I have the tip jar, but I also have actually managed to get some sponsors. If you guys can actually believe it, I have been in contact with a lot of people. I've been, moving in a lot of circles, and I have managed to get some sponsors. So I am contractually obligated to begin this show with a couple of advertisements. So if you guys will bear with me. Squarespace After Hours. Are you an arms dealer? Maybe you sell a little coke. Not a lot, just a little blow you got to move from here to there. Whatever you do, Squarespace After Hours is there to make sure you have a beautiful, sleek, intuitive, dark website to push your crimes against humanity. Now you can push codeine without coding. Need to sell a guy? Well, now your page is super fly. Squarespace After Hours. All right, it's part of the contract. It's not really in my hands. But without further ado, let's start with the first comic of the evening. She is extremely funny, extremely bright. I'm very excited to hear what she's got to say tonight. Dani Riedel.
Hey. So I just came from an AA meeting, which is what I call putting fresh batteries in my vibrator. Seriously though, I'm an alcoholic, although I prefer the more flattering term inactive lush. Been a tough quarantine, especially when you try to watch the news while you're sober, for fuck's sake. I mean, I was simultaneously disgusted and entertained so much in the last 11 months. I think there were some highlights, man. I remember, and I miss this now, watching like impeachment trials. I really just want to see some ridiculous, possibly violent presidential debates again. Because that got funny. That got funny. Like when Mike Pence and Kamala Harris had their debate, that was beautiful. It must have hurt Mike Pence inside so much to have to ask a woman if he could finish. And he made a big stink, though, about the fact that they wanted to put plexiglass up between him and Kamala Harris. And that makes no sense because he'd already insisted that they have separate water fountains. I'll tell you what, though. I have one good memory so far, really good memory of 2021. And that is on January 6th, watching the fear in Mike Pence's face when he just stabbed Donald Trump in the back. That's the closest Mike Pence will ever get to making a woman come.
Woo!
Wow.
And I stayed sober for half of the Trump administration. Give it up for me for that.
Woo!
Yes.
Hard. And I regret every minute of it. But no, I've how long has it been now? I have been alcohol free for 2.5 years.
Hey.
Now, since August of 2019.
Whoop.
Sobriety time in 2020 earns double points.
Yeah.
I never really did, even in the before time, I never really did go to in-person AA meetings. I tried. It wasn't for me. If you've never been to one, essentially an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting is a group of people sitting around taking turns all trying to one-up each other by telling the craziest stories they have about the dumbest shit they've done while they were drunk. So in essence, an AA meeting is really just a giant game of never have I ever. But with no fucking alcohol. And I can't even compete. I don't lose. I never lost a game of never have I ever, please. But I can't compete in this one. I'm listening to people going around the room, and this one guy starts talking about the adventures he had on a 5-day drinking binge. And he's telling this story about running from the cops and breaking into buildings and then like having to escape down a manhole and climb out with a grappling hook. And I was just like, oh my God, sir, are you sure you're an alcoholic? Because I think you might actually be Batman. How can I can't compete with that. I mean, my wildest stupid shit I've done while drunk story ends with, that wasn't my fault. He said he was 18. And that was actually a great night. That was actually a great night. I haven't had a night like that in a while, sadly. But I think that has less to do with being sober and more to do with being married. My husband is terrific, though. He is so supportive. I mean, he believes in me, and I am so grateful for that. He actually told me one day that he thought I was going to be as famous as Louis C.K. And I said,
Nice.
baby, I don't know about that. Like, I've tried masturbating in front of people, and I've never had any complaints.
Yeah.
It did not get me fame. All I got was off. Like,
Um,
should try something else. Oh man, it is just. Anyone else an alcoholic? No one? Anyone else sober?
yes.
One person. The rest of you take our word for it. It sucks ass, especially when you're staying home all day for 11 months watching all the people who have ever judged you for day drinking discover the joys of day drinking while homeschooling their kids.
Ridiculous.
But when I did it, I had a problem. Please, seriously, the worst thing I ever fucking did while day drunk was cut in line at Trader Joe's, and I felt really bad about it. You're ruining children's lives. Glass houses, my friend. Please.
Yeah.
And you know who else was an alcoholic, by the way? Literally every Disney princess from the 90s or earlier. You cannot watch a Disney movie from the 90s or earlier as an adult and be entertained because you are too busy wondering which princess is going to have which PTSD symptoms when she's in her 30s.
Oh, God.
The only possible exception might be Ariel, who did have like a relatively kind of normal childhood, like in the ocean, I guess. But she had her own set of issues, though. Like, do you remember that the Little Mermaid was a hoarder?
Yes.
She had this cave in the ocean where she would hide all the shit she collected from the trash of the guy she had a crush on, which we all can relate to, having been girls in middle school, I guess. But I think that this problem for Ariel actually got worse at the end of the film. She marries the prince. I think her hoarding problem got worse because, hear me out, the Little Mermaid becomes human, which means she gets legs. And she definitely woke up one morning and just realized her clit's not behind a scale anymore. there's no way that there's not a room in Prince Eric's castle where she is just hoarding vibrators and still singing about it naturally. Yeah. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Eric thinks this one massages my feet. I've got rabbits and dildos aplenty. I've got bullets and rockets galore. You want Hitachi wands? I've got 20. And then there's like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. I mean, like, don't get me started on the consent issues. Like, Sleeping Beauty, for fuck's sake, has sleeping in her name. Like, Snow White, well, at least the prince who kissed Snow White thought she was dead. Really not sure which one's worse. Oh, but there is no way, after what Snow White has been through, like why do we let children watch movies about someone's stepmother resorting to murder for hire because they thought she was cuter than her? Like, really? After a childhood like that, there is no way she's not somewhere right now just like cutting herself, crying out for approval, and just shit-faced on Angry Orchard. No question. But no, the day I knew I had to quit drinking was a day I woke up and my liver yelled at me. I made myself my usual morning beverage. It's called a Kentucky coffee. If you've never had one, it's delightful, and the recipe is very simple. It's a bottle of Maker's Mark with a bendy straw in it. And my liver is just like, bitch, it's 10 a.m. And you know I have other functions besides metabolizing your breakfast whiskey, right? I have a day job. I have a wife and kidneys to support. Like, but my liver is a fucking badass. I put it through a lot. And my liver just handled everything like a fucking champ. I swear. The only possible explanation is that my liver is the reincarnation of the liver of Winston Churchill. And right now, I am sure that my liver is really enjoying its early retirement and just like crushing it at a game of Never Have I Ever with my spleen. I'm Dani Riedel, everybody. Thank you very much.
Woo! 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 Let's hear it for Dani Riedel. Oh my god.
I know her name.
She is super talented, super funny. How do I unspotlight her? Which is always a great way to, it's like, hey, she's really talented. How do I make her not the center of attention anymore? How do I just take that right away, that 15 minutes of fame? Oh my gosh. You beat me to the punch, which is because you're a good comedian. You already wrote the song, but as you were talking about the vibrators and the cave, I'm like, okay, it's like, da, 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 da. I'm like singing the song to my head, trying to come up with a dirtier rhyme. But god damn it, you're a lot smarter than I am. Well, it's that time of the show again. I'm sorry, it's another contractual obligation. I have a second sponsor if you guys are willing to.
I honestly love it.
Oh gosh. All right. Well.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where these sponsors are.
Well, you'll
where's your
stay
code?
tuned. All right. Gummy gummies. These don't do anything. You heard us right. They don't contain CBD, ginseng, adaptogens, or whatever the fuck Rogan or Holmes or Marin wants us to have. These are gummies. No bells and whistles. You want supplements? Swallow a pill like an adult. Need to get a little high? Take a fucking risk and call your dealer. These are gummy gummies, meant to be eaten and enjoyed, and that's the fuck it. Now to become a worm. That's it's a whole That's I was actually on a conference call with them just now, and they're very aggressive about their candy. All right. Well, you guys heard Dani. She was funny. Now you're gonna hear Karl. He's here. Let's hear it for Karl.
Give it up for Ziva and Dani. Great job. I love that she got the mic and the break wall background. That's how you tell she's new to comedy. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Jealous?
I can tell jokes to the homeless in the streets. Like, I don't. No. Man, I've been doing a lot of Zoom shows, and sometimes people's virtual backgrounds are too pretty. You know, their heads become annoying. It's like, dude, you're blocking the Taj Mahal. move. Yeah. And also, please unmute yourself because your laughter is our cocaine. Like, but feel free to turn off the camera. Like, we don't care about that. Like, why do you think we tell jokes to strangers? It's because we're cokeheads. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to apologize for my hair. They've been rebellious in anti-gravity. Like, you ever want to change your haircut and you go to the barber? The first thing the barber says, so what kind of haircut do you want? It's like, I thought you were the professional, you know? And one time my barber asked me, what's the size you use for the clipper? And I was like, do I work here? Barber? Why don't you hand me the clipper and I'll figure it out? Like, Jesus Christ. And sometimes they're rough. They just stab you with the clipper. Just vroom, 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 vroom. I'm like, bitch, slow down. It's my head. God forbid if you have a pimple on your head.
God.
They just stick right on the point. It's just like, oh, I think I'm bleeding, you know? Oh, man. My nephew, that's a good transition. I just realized I didn't have a transition here. Man. My nephew got into a swimming class, but he didn't learn how to swim because the coach just let him sit by the edge of the pool the entire semester because he respected his feelings. I was like, man, you're not doing the job. You're not a psychiatrist. Your job is to be his nightmare. I went to a swimming class when I was 8, and I didn't learn how to breathe till the last day of that class. Every morning I wake up, I'm like, please, God, please, don't let me drown. I'll drink as much as I can. This cannot be it. I don't want to die and be surrounded by 8-year-olds floating around. By the way, I'm Carl. I'm from China. After the show, please don't tell me that your cousin teaches English in Japan. Like, I don't know him.
Yes.
It's 2 different countries.
Okay.
And nobody cares. Yeah. I took grad school in Boston University. And last year, this time, I was desperately looking for a job. Because if I don't have a job, my ass is being deported. Yeah, it's funny. It's very funny. Not funny for me, but I'm glad you laughed. The first thing I want you guys to know is that I'm a confident person. Unlike a lot of my people, I got the white boy football team confidence. Very confident. But job searching is really discouraging. Like, I got so many rejection emails. It's like, they all started with, thank you for applying to our company, unfortunately. It's like, fuck. Can you put the word unfortunately up front? You know?
Yes.
Give me some time and energy.
Yes.
You know what? Put it in the subject line with the blank
Okay.
email. That's all I need.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm not even facing rejections. Like, I went to a career fair before COVID, and the first thing that person said to me was, we're not hiring. What the fuck are you doing here? Pack your shit and get out. What the hell are you handing name card for? Yeah. It's hard. When I finally got some interviews,
Facts.
I love the one supporter. I don't know who's supporting. Maria, was it you?
My #1 fan.
Okay, thank you. Man. And when I finally got some interviews, they'd be asking me all kinds of stupid questions. Like, what's your biggest weakness? Am I supposed to tell the truth? Huh? The truth is, I'm lazy as fuck. But on the resume, I said I'm hardworking. What do you want me to do? And then they'd be asking you, like, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? I don't know. Who knows? And then this is the question that always get me. Do you have any question for me? I'm like, yes. Am I getting this job or not?
Do I have lactose-free ice cream?
Did everything I can to prepare. Everything. Like I even give out PowerPoint presentations, like to show my passion. Like before the HR goes, let me tell you about the company. I'm like, wait a second, let me tell you about your company. I was doing everything. They say you gotta have a name card before you have a job. I was like, what do you put on the name card? Okay, I got it. So I put Karl, actively unemployed. And I was doing a lot of networking. That's what you gotta do, right? I remember in my last job, we were in this meeting and we're talking about this guy that we're gonna hire. And he got the job because he goes to the same church as the CEO does. And that's how he got the job. And the CEO asked me, so Karl, are you Christian? And I said, I am now. Jesus Christ. I don't know if he can do it for you, you know? Man, I watched so much motivation speech during the time. You ever watch those videos with the symphony and the echo and people lifting weights in slow motion? And you hear Steve Harvey in the background saying, when you think you can't do no more. Do some more. And you'd be crying like, shit, I can do this. Thank God we have those. I mean, what would people do before the internet? They have to know Steve Harvey in person. Like, where do you get that? Is there an easy way to stay here? Yes. Like one thing I'm proud of myself is that throughout the year I lived in America, I've made enough friends who have said to me, I'll marry you to keep you here. You know, most of them are men, but all of them are men. But that's why I don't think it's gonna work. You know? Two straight dudes trying to pull out a fake gay marriage, like they'll tell right away. They'd be like, now you can kiss each other. And I'm like, yeah, sure. We do that all the time, right, Michael?
Oh my God.
I don't have an ending for that bit. That's it. That's it. We're moving on. I was reading about the history of the Pacific Railroad, one of the foundation of the modern America, right? And when they built that railroad, they used a lot of Chinese workers. The working environment sucks. They pay them less than other workers, and thousands of them died. And I was like, motherfucker, I thought you have slaves. What does it have to do with us? I didn't know we were working that hard. All we want from America is Harvard. All right? Like I know there are Ivy Leagues, you know, Stanford, MIT, but Harvard is the ultimate school. Like you don't understand. To us, Harvard is the ultimate school. You don't get it. I say Harvard is the ultimate. I just turned into a black preacher, but nah, like we love Harvard so much, we sued Harvard. Like, can you imagine? Like when the Chinese workers died, we said nothing. When the Chinese Exclusion Act came out, we said nothing. But when we find out that our kid is not going to Harvard, we're like, fuck this shit. Give me a lawyer. I'm gonna call the mayor, the president, and take this shit to Supreme Court, okay? The hell you're telling me she's not qualified? My kid's got full SAT score, full GRE score. She's a professional violinist. She doesn't even like violin. You can't fuck with us on the Harvard thing, man. People are stupid. That's what I'm trying to say. One time, my roommate showed me his text message with this woman who apparently liked him and was sending him nude pictures. And he was like, yeah, we went out once and she started sending me these photos. I'm like, why are you showing off pussy to me? What do you expect me to say? Wow, you're so charming. She can't wait to fuck you. You don't have to be an alpha male to me. I'm your buddy. Don't show off pussy if you're not offering it, okay? That's my time. Thank you, guys.
Let's hear it for Karl. Oh my gosh, Karl, based on your set, you seem like the kind of guy who would use in defense of internment as a paperweight for all your Yale applications. When two worlds collide, baby, it's all about compromise. Oh my god.
That was an accurate description.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
Jesus,
was
an actual
awesome.
book written by an actual Asian American. So
Wow.
we live in a world of paradoxes. Oh my god. Well, I don't know how else to introduce the next comedian going straight out from that gently racist ramp. But we'll try. We shall try. Let's give it up for our very own Ashwyn Singh.
Yeah.
Woo! Give it up for Karl, everybody. That was an awesome fucking set, I have to say. I I actually have a friend that just decided to go to South Korea to teach English. And I'm really concerned for South Korea. Because those people are going to learn English from her, and they're going to learn whatever English she's going to teach. They're going to come to America and say the word like 5 times in every sentence. They're going to realize that shitty English only works for white people. You'll notice that Karl said she has a full GRE, full SAT, which actually is a great example of how all Asian people look at scores on tests. Like, white people look at scores on tests as a percentage bar on top of your laptop. They're like, oh, 90%, that's really good. Asian people look at test scores like a water bottle. They're like, why is this not full? Full is the logical state for this water bottle. Here's a funny thing about English. Why is it called the English comma? It's the English language. I know. Like, when was the last time your kid was like, what is this thing? And you were like, oh, that's actually the Yiddish comma. It's very popular in the English language. That's the German colon and the British period. They're all... I came up with all of that in the last 30 seconds. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. Okay. Actual material. I grew up in a house where kids got whooped. Anybody else here?
Woo!
Okay.
Woo.
But I knew that my parents did not like it because every time I did get whooped, the next morning there would be donuts. So I grew up thinking that sugar is what regret smells like. Like, now I just walk into donut shops and go, oh, somebody smells sorry. My parents are this well, actually, I have to tell this story first. My brother recently came out to my parents, and as gay, and I've been single for so long. My mother's first question was, "Is your brother gay also?" She's like, has he been hiding his relationships? And I was like, no, I'm just single. She's like, that's more sad. My parents are this weird combination of progressive and conservative. Because if I told them, hey, mom, dad, I need to tell you something you might not want to hear, they're gonna be like, you're gay. We know, we've known for a while. And then if I were like, nah, I'm trying to be a stand-up comedian, they would be like, we'd really rather prefer that you be gay. Be with whoever you want. Love is love, but make money. We need to get out of here, this piece of shit of country, pronto. Messed that line up, but still funny. I feel like children have such a unique relationship with their mom because every mom has this like the world will come together for my baby energy. Like, have you ever noticed if I make a mistake, it's because I am weak of character, and if my mom makes a mistake, it's because I am weak of character? What have I told my mom? I couldn't make it home because of the pandemic, and she was like, "Tell your boss your mom wants you to come home." And I was like, "I'll give you his phone number if you think that'll convince him," and she did. The next day, my boss says you get a month off, and I was like, "How the hell did that happen?" And then I realized, I was like, and I know why that happened. It's because when I ask for time off, I ask as an employee that works at a company, and when my mom asks for time off, she does it like she haggles. Logic does not play any part in that conversation. She's just like, but the company across the street is giving me 2 extra months off for for twice the money. And my boss is like, there's no company across the street. And she's like, fuck off. The customer's always right. I'm leaving. But anyway, I was like, Mom, I don't think I can come home because of my company. And she was like, then quit. There are more important things in life than money. Also, on your $2,500 flight home, can you buy 5 unnecessary shades of magenta lipstick? Also, buy your brother a sweatshirt. He doesn't need it, but I want our relatives to know we have money. Okay. I'm only a quarter of the way through the things I decided I wanted to say. I decided to fuck around. So we're gonna speed this up and skip right to the terrible, very cutting satirical material. Ooh. You're welcome. Okay. I hate people that complain about something and then do the exact same thing 5 seconds later. These are the coffee snobs that hate beer snobs.
Yeah.
Where they're like, how could you be so specific about beer? Here, try my 5% foam soy matcha chai cortado latte macchiato. These are the same people that are like, if I were Jeff Bezos, I'd be better than Jeff Bezos. I'm like, what are you going to have, hair? Or a happy wife or good kids?
Damn.
And then I'm like, I don't think you would be better than Jeff Bezos because he hoards money and you hoard toilet paper. I don't trust your judgment on this. You buy Snickers bars one at a time because if you buy too many, you eat them all at once. I don't trust you to be the voice of self-restraint in this conversation. I wrote a little poem about this, okay? Oh. Hating Jeff Bezos and wanting to be rich is like hating corruption and being in government. It's like hating lies but being a politician. It's like hating Hitler and being a Nazi. It's like hating racism but wanting to be police. It's like rain. That's so silly. I hate that joke so much. Okay, here's the thing. I like to think I have beliefs. Then I meet shitty people that have the same beliefs. Then I don't have beliefs anymore. Like an Indian comedian was just sent to jail for making jokes about Hinduism. And I talked to some comedian friends of mine that happened to be white. I was like, guys, I think freedom of speech is under attack. They were like, you're damn right it's under attack. We can't say racial slurs anymore. And I was like, that's not what I meant. They're like, Ashwyn, how is our comedy going to be provocative if we can't use racial slurs? And I'm like, well, you could be talented.
Yeah.
That's a possibility, right?
No.
Like you remember when Van Gogh like made his Starry Night? You remember how cool that was? Remember that moment when Van Gogh was like, how is my art going to be more provocative if I can't scribble the N-word in the canvas? Satire. Okay. I want to put some rumors to rest.
Wow.
A comedian pointed at me in a previous show and said, Ashwyn, is he gay? Is he not? We'll never know. And I identify as alone. I'm a by myself sexual. I am neither gay nor straight. I am what they call an opportunist. But I get so confused when people come up to me, they expect me to be surprised by something that's not surprising. And then when they're like, Ashwyn, did you know gay men have way more sex than straight men? And I was like, this is 0% confusing. If you were like, yeah, you can have sex and there
Wow.
will be no babies, I would be like, okay, then put whatever, wherever, whenever, all the time. Every time I make that joke, there's somebody in the audience that's like, but what about STDs? Yeah, STDs are temporary. Children, if left undiagnosed, last longer. I'm not saying children are a disease. I'm just saying pregnancy is 9 months of very bad symptoms. Okay, I'll end on this because it's quite dark, but I like it. So if you don't like it, at least I'm gone. I downloaded a Grindr account to see what it was like and to scope out the competition. And I was very confused because on this dude's Grindr bio, it said hashtag not all men. Are you familiar with this hashtag? Okay, these are the dipshits of the world. But I was really confused because it was a Grindr account. So he didn't want other women to know not all men. He just wanted men to know not all men. Which as a man, if you came up to me and you were like, hey, Ashwyn, just so you know, not all men rape people, I would be like, yeah, I kind of already knew that on account of I don't rape people. Like the only dude that would need that PSA would be the rapist. You would be like, oh shit, mom, did you hear about this not all men thing? I thought everybody was a jackass. That's it. Thank you. I'm Ashwyn. Good night. Thanks for having me. I love y'all.
Let's hear it for Ashwyn. Very beautiful work as always.
Satire.
Gosh. See, I love that. I love how you can just throw a joke up in the air and be like, dark humor, wordplay, late night monologue. I wish I could do that. I wish I could Pokemon my jokes. I just have to tell them. And
I'm pretty sure the ironic joke only worked because I was on key. Like,
of course.
No fucking other reason.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, you know, you can be talented, or you can host showcases where everyone else is talented, and I just have to say one wisecrack between each set, and I get as much credit as the performers. Anyways, moving right along. Oh gosh, who is next? We have the very talented, very lovely, very good. I'm scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Maria de la Ghetto.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's this? It's Tuesday. You know, it's Taco Tuesday. You know what that means? Nothing. No, nothing. We're not going nowhere. We're staying home. We're making tacos at home, goddammit, because I'm sick of this. And baby, you and me are on the same boat, obviously separately, because neither one of us is getting it in. Man, like I'm already a bad Asian daughter. So for me to never bring a guy home, like my mom, I think like my mom wants me to be a lesbian at this point. She's asking my sister, and I'm just like, no, man, I'm just that hoe ass auntie that brings like random guys home to my house, but not to meet my parents. Because I know I'm not gonna stick around. Like I'm not talking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those obviously like nothing's going on now. It's a Sahara Desert over here. Rough, man. It's rough. Shit's rough. Carl, you talking about nudes? I don't like. Here's the thing. Every now and again, maybe I like a good dick pic, right? But for the most part, it's like window shopping. If I can't have it, I don't want to see it. You know? If I can't order it on Postmates, Tinder, or whatever, you know, I can't get it on DoorDash or on Amazon, I don't want to see it. You know? So keep them to yourselves. unless you have a nice aesthetic going on. If it's like a photo shoot, maybe we'll talk. Desperate times. Desperate times. I get it. You know. Somebody please Venmo Zivan. He looks hungry. Look at him.
Well, what are you talking about?
Fine. You don't need to Venmo me nothing, but if you want to cash app a hoe, Maria Della Ghetto. 'Cause clearly I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm thriving. You know, like that. Like I live with family. I'm that Asian daughter who's single and still lives with her family. But it's like, well, why would I get married if he's not more rich than my dad? You know what I'm saying?
Bars.
Right? Like, why would I why would I not upgrade? Why would I no?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I know my name. Okay, so look, I know my name kind of throws people off too. Like I've had people tell me about this. They're like, "Are you from the ghetto?" And I'm like, "Well, yes." Well, you sound like you went to Harvard, Carl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, but like, yeah, I might have. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, so I was like, let me put some hoops on. You want me to put more hoops on? Bigger hoops, bigger the hoe. If I need to carry it on my shank, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it not light enough for you? I don't know. That's the beauty of ethnic ambiguity. You know what I'm saying? It's real, man. So like, okay, my name's Maria Della Ghetto, but I'm half Mexican. I am, right? But if we were gonna use my real name on every show, we'd be here all fucking night. Like Maria Conchita Paquita Alanza Conte. Like, no, you ain't gonna use my government name. Della Ghetto, ho. Damn. Sounds like I'm a trap rapper though. Like dropping that new single, Mi Taco Es Fuego. Pero sin queso, no cheese, because a bitch still half Asian. I'm lactose intolerant, you know. Shit's wild. It's funny because I'm half Filipino and I'm half Mexican. 100% that bitch. But like I have today, like anytime my hair gets done, it's because I'm staying with my sister, right? But usually I only have like one of three hairstyles. I have like what I call my Rosa the Riveter with like the bandana, you know, with my hoop and shit, the blade under my tongue, whatever. You know, so wear that. I'm cold, so I'm like, oh, sorry. And then I have like when I'm feeling like extra anime, you know what I'm saying? Extra Asian. And I have like one too many ramen bowls and boba. I put on my little space buns, you know what I'm saying? Chubby Cabbage Patch Asian, like Cabbage Patch anime character, like yatta, you know.
Oh,
And then when I'm like just literally letting my hair down, you know, I got long curly hair, whatever. I want to say like, oh, I'm serving you Islander Moana vibes. Oh my god. Let's be real. With my hair down and my part in the middle, I look like I'm about to start singing. What can I say except? I'm just being honest with myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna lie to myself. You know, let's just be honest about it. I love it though when like trolls. Oh my god! So when trolls try to troll me, and all they do is like give me material. Trump for 2020. He wrote on my page, "You look like a fat, obese Mexican ate a Filipino." And I was a little shocked. You know, I was like, damn, like shit, you know, like I never felt so seen. You know what I'm saying? You know, sir. No. Not even the white guys that fetishize me know what I am on the first date. You feel me? Like, damn. Stop. True story. So this is the other end, you know, like again, it's what I'm wearing, who's looking at me. I could be in a crowd of Filipinos. You know, they'll be like, oh, she's a nurse. I could be you know, so my sister wanted me to go pick up her car at the shop, right? You know, it was in the shop. She's like, can you pick it up? I'm gonna call and ask them. I was like, yeah, bet, no problem. So she calls him, and I'm next to her. She's on the phone, and she's like, yeah, is it okay if my sister picks up my car? She's got long black hair, and she looks Asian-y. You're not wrong, okay? I do look Asian-y, right? I get it. I do, whatever. But again, who's looking at me? You know, if I roll up to this auto body shop and dude's like, there's a fat Mexican woman trying to steal your car, you know? And so I was like, well, now I got to figure out, well, how do I Asian it up? You know what I'm saying? Also, what Asian is he expecting? Does he know there's different ones? I don't know. Am I supposed to roll up with a basket of fortune cookies? Will I put on a kimono? You know what I'm saying? Will I perform a tea ceremony? Like, so I prayed to Buddha, did 3 claps for the ancestors, lit some incense. I rolled up and I said konnichiwa, and it was good. We're obviously like wild. It's wild, man. I'm gonna switch up the gears, talk about being in quarantine a little bit. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I mean, it's obviously I'm not getting my vitamin D like I would like, but other than that, Corona for all you white people, Rona as I like to call it. Only a petty bitch would be named Rona, is what I'm saying. Rona is a petty bitch, and I will tell you why. Because she made all the skinny girls fat, and she made all the fat girls thick. You know what I'm saying? Thick with two. Like, damn, she in a music video thick. You know, and I'm here for it, right? I went from morbidly to obese to thick. I'm here for it. I'm not complaining. And shit, my OnlyFans is blowing up, y'all. Let me tell you. And it's wild because I never thought somebody would pay $12.99 a month to see me eat cake. It's wild. And Valentine's Day is coming up, so you know what? Cash App a hoe. I will be your fat girl fantasy. Right? Postmates me some crab legs. You know what I'm saying? Instacart me some chocolates. Please do. If you a feeder, I'm a eater. You know, I'm gonna leave you with this. Since we're all in quarantine, you know, we've been binge watching shit, right? Got my family size bag of chips because I ain't leaving my room every 5 minutes to refill that bowl. Think I'm gonna eat a healthy portion. I have discovered that if you have like your different networks, right? And so I feel like you got your HBO, which is like your weed. That's like your equivalent to drugs. So I feel like HBO is like your weed. You know, you take a little hit, you know, eat a little bit, maybe come back for another episode. You take it easy. With Amazon, that's like your cocaine. That's where you wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going hard. You know? And then you're like, and then you pass out, you know, and Amazon lets you be, right? But only Netflix, that heroin ass shit, okay? This is why. Netflix knows you about to binge watch that new Ryan Murphy show that is 12 episodes deep and an hour each, hour and a half even. And even Netflix is like, when you just going straight to the vein. 7 hours later after your heroin stupor, you're like, even Netflix is like, hey. You're like, that's my time.
Oh my god. Oh gosh, give it up for Maria de la Ghetto. Oh my god. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm also biracial, and I also, you know, some things help me feel seen. Like one guy was like, "You look like you came out of a Spike Lee sponsored Yu-Gi-Oh tournament," and I was like, "That's it, motherfucker. That's it." I have a lot of Asian people in my family as well. My cousins are half Korean, and my sister's half Filipino, but we're all half Hispanic. And I don't know if you've had kimchi filled tamales. It's no bueno. That is not good. That is not good. Oh my gosh. Let's hear it again for Maria de la Ghetto. Excellent job. Very, very good. All right, now here's the business end of the mic. I know, I'm sorry. It's, I just have to do this periodically. Another ad. Crack gummies. Okay, us again. The guys from Gummy Gummies. We came out a little strong last time and we're sorry. But not as strong as our new brand of crack gummies. That's right, crack. Not some pussy-ass CBD or ashwagandha. This is crack cocaine wrapped in a sweet translucent bear made of gelatin. Crack gummies. Only available for order in Harlem, Compton, or the 3rd Ward. Okay. It's what they gave me, and this is how I eat for the next week. All right. Next up is the very, very funny, extraordinarily talented Nick Carter. Let's hear it for Nick Carter.
Woo! That's not me, but that's okay. We look very similar.
Did I fuck up?
No, you're good.
Oh my God, Jesus. At my own mic, asshole. God damn. I'm supposed to have power here.
That's hilarious. Good to see you guys. Good to be here. Carl, love what you did with the place. Looks great. Patrick Star and Christmas lights on the wall. Love it. Amazing. Let's just get the obvious shit out of the way. I feel like you're all very disappointed that I'm here instead of Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. I'm so sorry. I feel like you're all thinking that's not Nick Carter. That's awkward Bobby Flay.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Very difficult being a stand-up with my name. Worst gig I ever did. I did a bar mitzvah, and they bring me up, and 13-year-old girls all collectively go, "Oh no, what?" 3 of them left. I mean, one of them who I think was like more gullible than everyone else was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Ridiculous. Fuck. Everything's going awful. I've been so depressed about being a young comic. I went to go throw myself from the balcony, and then I remembered I'm a young comic. I don't have a balcony. I've been home in Boston visiting my folks, and it's been snowing like crazy. I mean, we just got more inches today, and I've been thinking a lot about natural disasters. How's that for a transition? Look at that beauty. God. I've been thinking a lot about natural disasters, actually. Natural disasters are like fucking terrible. They're awful. Hurricanes, earthquakes. But the worst natural disaster is when you accidentally find yourself talking to a finance bro. Jesus Christ. Because it's so dangerous. Like, there is nothing more dangerous than a finance bro if you don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because they'll give you advice. And like, you don't know. I was gonna go. There's a punchline to this new joke, and I'm gonna remember it in about 10 seconds.
8, 7.
Fuck, never mind. I don't remember it. Okay. New joke. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of stand-up recently, and I think stand-up just makes you a bad person. Like, before I started stand-up, I just wanted to do nice things. Now I just want to start a podcast. And I've noticed I'm doing stand-up in like everyday life. It's terrible. I went on a virtual first date the other day. I'm asking her all the normal questions. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? She's like, wow, you really like me. I'm like, honestly, I'm just practicing crowd work. I'm sorry. Oh, like, this is a very expensive open mic. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't really like it. I have a show coming up, okay? Oh, Jesus. I actually went on the worst date of my life 2 days ago. I was on a Zoom date like you have to do now, and she found out that I was a comic, and then for 2 hours asked me to roast her. She's like, roast me. I'm like, God, gross. I'm on a date. I want to enjoy your company. Like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. You're a TSA agent. I'm not asking you for a full cavity search, okay? Like, I just want to have a nice time, you know? I don't know. I've been gaining a ton of weight. I love how you can tell how my set's going by what I'm doing with my hat. I've been gaining a ton of weight, which is not good. And the worst part about gaining weight is when your friends lie to you about it and they say, you're not gaining weight. You're not gaining weight. I know that I'm gaining weight because my jeans are tight. The scale says 190 and my phone stopped recognizing my face. I wake up every morning. I feel like I'm just transitioning into a middle school girl. I'm growing breasts. I have childbearing hips and I need a mirror to see my genitals. Awful. I've been, like I said earlier, I've been staying at home and I'm in my childhood bedroom, which is very strange, sleeping in a childhood bedroom as an adult. But I've been reminiscing about high school, and high school was like super tough for me because the entire high school thought I had a learning disability, and then they told me that, and then I used that as an excuse for everything. First time, this is a very true story. First time I ever 69 with a girl, I had no idea what I was doing. It was dark. I accidentally licked her butt instead of her clit and then was like, I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a slow learner. I am not a virgin, okay? I am used to extended time. Give me some, Oh, Jesus. It's been awful. I'm from Boston originally. Being from Boston, I used to have a very thick Boston accent, and I worked really hard to get rid of it because it kept making me look dumb or like, inadvertently offensive. Like it made talking to girls really tough because I like this one day I tried to impress this girl in high school. I was trying to impress her and I really liked her. And I drew this like little portrait for her one day. And then the next day I gave it to her and I was like, hey, yo, Sarah, how are you? You are fucking gorgeous. Look at you fucking, you are fucking gorgeous. You are fucking gorgeous. You should fucking date me because I'm fucking autistic. Wow, that explains a lot. I'm a senior. I'm impressed that you had the courage to talk to me and that you walked to school by yourself. Good job. I'm glad that joke went over well because sometimes obviously it doesn't. But I'm just a goofy, lovable kid. I don't know what I'm saying. That's not even a joke. I'm just mumbling to myself at this point.
Learning disability.
That's right. I work in a mental health clinic for a day job, which is great. I love it. It's a lot of fun, but it has ruined sex for me because now my first thought is always mental health oriented. I was making out with this girl. She whispers in my ear, Nick, I'm going to kiss every inch of your body. Oh my God, isn't that so hot? And I was like, try obsessive. Okay. Great. Usually does better. Maybe I fucked that up. But it's tough. It's tough when you have mental health issues and in general, I have mental health issues and older parents, which is even worse because they don't get it. Like I recently told my dad that I was mentally ill. His advice to me was, Nick, don't worry about that. It's all in your head. My dad, he's terrible. He gives me outdated advice all the time. All the fun, like stand every time a woman enters the room. I'm like, Dad, it's 2021. I don't know who the women are. Okay. I'm trying my best. Okay. No judgment. We'll leave with this. This is always a crowd pleaser. It's a little darker. I like Ashwyn's strategy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashwyn. Glad to know you're still there. I don't know if you guys can tell on Zoom, I don't have a chin. Worst part about not having a chin is that I will never be able to hang myself. Terrible. That's it for me, guys. I'm out of here. I love you all. Love you so much.
Woo, let's hear it for Nick Carter. I am also a poor comedian, but I live on the 8th floor, so I have options. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Yeah, come to the aesthetic show where you can try out all the new shit and have a blast. That's why I put show in the title. I'm not salty. I'm ready to go. All right. I've got one last advertisement for you people. I hope you guys aren't too tired of them, but I have to say them. All right. You guys have heard of alpha brain? Well, try beta brain. We all want to be smarter, but some of us should slow down a little. Some need a little ginkgo biloba to get through the day, while others could stand to take a beat and not tell their friends, coworkers, and loved ones about all the biographies they've been reading. Beta brain contains rare earth compounds and sloth hormones that shut down the part of your brain that pontificates and can't pick up on social cues. Whether you're a bookworm, history buff, math whiz, or Zevon Vasquez, beta brain will allow you that's what they sent me. Beta brain will allow you to level with people and shut the fuck up. All right. All right. Well, he's our headliner. He's a very good friend of me. He's part of what I have dubbed the Young Supernovas, which is what I call it, and no one else calls it that, and they hate it when I call it that. Matthew Swaykus. Let's hear it up for Matt.
Woo. How's everyone doing tonight, motherfuckers? All right. Yeah, I like Zoom comedy because. Excuse me?
What my body is for, other than just taking my head from room to room.
Okay. Someone's watching Better Comedian. That's great. Out of this. Like, screw this. I'm already on my phone. I'm on my phone too. I feel that. Like, I have to swipe through to see all your faces. That's not great because this feels too much like Tinder. A bunch of your faces, but you're all judging me this time. I actually like Zoom comedy because you can do it anywhere. I'm seeing all these old white guys doing from their Nissans. It's about time that white people brought back car bombings. Yeah, I'm not great in social situations, so I'm grateful for this. Like, I hate it when people wave in public at people behind me. And I'm not confident enough to think I don't know them. So now I got to flail at this stranger just to not be an asshole. It's just like, I wish I had that kind of confidence. I wish I had like prop comic confidence.
You got a broom, dude.
Shut up, Zevon.
I'm sorry.
You gotta admit, even if you hate prop comics, it takes gusto. So much, like, just not reading the room, just to go outside with your little hand wagon of dragon dildos and coconuts. Wheeling that to a stage. Now you can go on here and like just people think you're a normal guy. You throw out like some pickle you're gonna deep throat, and you're like, oh no. There's no time to cover your eyes. Yeah, I wish I was an asshole, is what I'm getting at. Like, I don't have any like backbone at all. Like, when I was voting for the first time, I submitted all my information, ID, wallet, voter registration, the paperclip in my pocket. I just put all in the line. She looked at that and looked at me in the eyes, said, "Is this all correct?" I don't know. Is this? I don't. You are the adult here. Please help me. I look like the kid from the Polar Express. Please. Sing to me so I'm happy. Okay? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know who I am. That finding out who you are is for people in traffic. Like, I didn't know my dad was so dangerous. Like the way you drive with him, it's like you're at Six Flags. Like, it's just safe enough to hear your parents argue. The only difference is Six Flags, you hear women screaming, and my dad yells at ladies on the phone. But I'm actually trying to figure out who I am. I'm in college right now, just sort of like a book club without the reading. It's kind of what it is. You're left on your own to do stuff. Like, I joined a frat. I thought like that was going to help me get cool, get laid, but turns out it just gave me an alcohol problem. It just taught me really well how to nurse other people with the same feelings. Yeah. I mean, I'm just scared to try new things. Like, I'm a virgin for religious reasons. That's what I tell people. It's a good thing to tell people. Like, the truth of it, though, is that I just know I'm going to be bad. Like, I ran the numbers. I'm not exactly in shape. And it takes me 3 minutes every night to plug my phone in. Let's just say I'm not good at finding things, huh? Yeah, I mean, college has taught me a lot, though. Like, a lot of stuff I did not need to know. Like, I didn't need to know that zebras congregate in what's referred to as a dazzle. I don't know what RuPaul's zebra queens are doing. But it's fucking fabulous. They're doing something right. I mean, I think a lot. That's what I do. I'm a visionary. I'm pretty sure I could be like a good pitch. I could pitch a good TV show. Like, ever since Cops got canceled, like, HGTV should have came out with Crack House Hunters. Are you alone on the street without anyone to help you? Are you screwed over by the government and forced into a community, and your mom was also this way, so you were like this since you were born? Check out Dale and Alex and Good Pipes. This is the part where I actually didn't memorize enough to flip through. I mean, if you hate people with straight white teeth, are you racist? My cousin was arrested for illegal conduct. He messed with the city's power grid. Works better the other way, I see. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm from Texas. Yes, oh my gosh, indeed. You just had an epiphany. I feel that, dude. Like, you just realized where you were at this time. You're just staring at your screen, just like, oh my God, what am I? I'm paying money so I can talk to strangers that I'm never gonna see in real life. This is basically Nigerian scammers, but more fun. I actually did get scammed. You know, there's not really a joke there. Just going out the truth. I'm from Texas, so my mom was trailer trash. My dad's a whiskey bottle. They make love every night. Yeah, you know, my family's actually really cool. Like, you know, they're really like the kind of people that you want to like study and see what's wrong with them. Like, you know, my older brother has Crohn's disease. So, you know, God hates him. Almost as much as we do, actually. He's majoring in science, which I don't understand. Like, it's always crazy people that major in science. You notice that? Like, the chemists always like want to light things on fire. They're like proto-arsonists. Biologists are sadists. Like, hey, I put legs on this guy's eyes. Is that crazy? Flies don't do that. And political science majors are Republicans. So that's my time. Thank you.
Woo! Let's hear it for our headliner, Matthew Swaykus. Very, very talented, very, very funny. Gosh, I use that for everybody. I need to mix up the goddamn synonyms. Oh my gosh, I was very proud of that. I feel like the easiest part of this is picking funny people. I don't have to think about it. You guys get up on here. Actually, let's hear it for all of our comedians on that note. Very good job. Woo! All right, now applause over. Now let me finish my point. Now I don't have to worry about you guys at all. I'm super pleased with every one of your performances, but sometimes you guys say things that make me very nervous. And when the white guy with blonde hair says, "Ever since they canceled Cops," oh, Jesus, oh God. Okay, all right. How do I spin this? Okay. You know what the problem is? Okay, all right. Let's see what Ashwyn's doing. Come on. Oh my gosh. Well, everybody, I am super pleased with all the audience members, all of the comedians. Everybody in between, there's really no in between. You're either one or the other. It's very binary. It's pretty much it's a sharp dichotomy.
But most genders.
Exactly. If you're very narrow-minded. Anyways, I'm very pleased with everybody, and I'll be releasing the recording of this very, very soon. Yeah. All right. This concludes the show aesthetic.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.